Mama.
No, because Banja won't eat, so it's just focusing. And I have been waiting. Who will be watching? Someone will be waiting.
Yo, good people. It's your homie HerbMan. Busting you back upside the head with another hot banger. Boogie, please go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right. So I am none other than your neighborhood holistic practitioner, your homie HerbMan, coming live from South Africa, live on YouTube, live on TikTok. Please go somewhere, get situated. Good morning, America. Good morning, America, okay? And good evening, South Africa, okay? What we do here is simply teach people how to heal themselves. And you cannot heal yourself if you do not know thyself. So we teach you about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to the happiness and the wholeness and the wellness that you're looking for, okay? You want to get that. You want to get this happiness, this wholeness, and this wellness. All right. And also, while doing that, while we teach you guys about these things, you keep tapping and I'll keep talking. All right. You don't have to pay for anything that you hear. All we ask for is pay attention. And how you pay attention on the HerbMan Show is by double tapping that screen and getting us up to 100K. Okay. I'm going to work for it. You make sure that you do the same, and let's share in this energy. Let's vibe together. Let's interact together, and let's supercharge this thing so we can show you guys about how to really heal thyself. It's all about, in a nutshell, if you don't want to wait no more longer, it's about rhythmic vibrations, okay? It's about rhythmic vibrations. Peace, we love you, and sayonara, okay? But for you guys that want to get taught how to walk through, how to get to that rhythmic, how to get to that rhythmic flow, then let's learn, okay? Now, once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get into this subject matter. But it is the thing that they don't teach you about when we're looking at our modern medicine. Medicine does not have a vibration. That means that it does not have a frequency. And if it does, it's one of the lowest of the lowest, right? Because it doesn't resonate. And it doesn't resonate because it doesn't have a life form, right? Living organisms have a better opportunity at resonating in the way that you should want something to resonate if you were looking to get some resonation from somebody else, right? It should be in the living organism. Medications don't have that. They've never ever said that they do, and they never advertised that they did. But I'm trying to get you to understand is that it is in this resonance. Okay, it is in this resonance is going to be one of the most potent ingredients that you would deem necessary. Okay, and the reason why is because yes, you heard of photosynthesis and all of that, but at the end you've heard of frequency, you heard of energies, you heard all of it talk. But have you heard of biophotonic? Okay, and biophotonic is your cellular emission of light. Okay, your cellular emission of light. Now, again, this light is coherent. And now, if we got to break down these words while we talk to you guys and wait till we get to these 1,000 likes, I'll do this. Okay? I'm gonna walk you to the conversation. This ain't the conversation. Once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get there. But this coherent means that it has some observation. Okay, coherent means it can understand. Coherent means that this thing could understand the environment well enough to be able to input and output based on the changing of the environment. Coherency means that it had some kind of understanding of how to balance within the environment. If you needed this, it'll do that. If you said this, it'll do that. Right? So now we have this understanding that our cells, it is emitting these light. All we need to do is keep the light bright, keep the light shining, and keep the light strong. Well, how do you do that? You are absorbing light. Okay? You are absorbing light in different areas of your body as the day passes, right? So we say at 6 in the morning, we say that the sun is in Aries, the sun is rising. But the reality of it is that that's when the sun hits your head. So the head is what they describe as Aries, is when the sun touched the crown of your head. Now you saying in the sunrise, the rising of the sun. But the reality of it is that when the sun touched the crown of your head, that just like sunlight coming through the window, when it touched the crown of your head, you rise. So Aries is the head, the sunrise. Okay. Now, Taurus is all about the matter of things, what matters, right? We teach you guys about it. Taurus is about what matters. So you speak things that matter. You speak truth. You speak what matters, right? And you bring forth things from, you remember the word became flesh. The word became flesh. So the word became material, and that's going to be your throat chakra. But it ain't nothing but just when the sun is done went from here and that's passing through the cosmology, but through cosmology is also passing through biology. Okay? So these are just little things that we understand the nuances of what we don't know about medicine, because again, there is no resonance. Okay? There's no resonance. Now, I did a thing, man, years ago where, well, actually, when I first started, I invested in a resonance machine. It's called bioresonance, right? And I still feel like it was a great investment to this day. It does wonderful things, great things. But I came to the point of understanding that you don't need it because this is more natural than that. Okay, plain and simple. But at the end of the day, that bioresonance was really hitting home on really trying to pick up on the frequencies of your cells and of your organs and tissues and et cetera, et cetera. So therefore, you'll be able to have some kind of understanding of what a condition that those things may be in based on the frequency that they gave off. If it's low frequency, there's probably some overusage of that cell, tissue, or organ. If it was high frequency, then guess what? It was working good. If it was extremely high frequency, then guess what? It was about to run down as well. So you had to understand the resonance, but understanding that you knew you had some excessiveness and some deficiencies that you got to look for within your health. Every day, all day, it really don't matter. But I teach you guys all the time that just bring things down to two things. If you put two categories on everything in life, you'll be able to win the battle at decision making. Decision making is a very hard thing, but you got to be able to put everything in two categories. Ain't nothing outside of two categories. I know it's a million things in life you got to go through, but promise you me that if you can simplify life and try to put everything into two things, is this good for me or bad for me? Okay? Is this good for me or bad for me? Am I getting the things that I need out of this? I need something out of every experience. If nothing else, experience. I need something out of every single experience that I go through. If nothing else, experience. I need experience out of experience. You see, I want to be able to be in here and experience things. And so what happens is, and what we was teaching you guys yesterday, is that there are things that you're doing here that you're not experiencing in the right way. Okay. And when you don't experience it in the right way, unfortunately, it will show up in your health. Yes, it will show up in your health. Okay. Now we know we got medicines, right? We talked about the medicines, right? We know we got medicines. We understand that there are medicines that are being produced in us every day. Okay. So you have your own natural painkillers, which we call endorphins. Okay. Endorphins. Let's go ahead and write these down, you guys. All right. Let's write these down as we go. Keep tapping. I'll keep talking. Y'all ready to go? This is what you don't know about your health. And when you learn this about health, you'll have also the answer to your wealth solutions, okay? Health and wealth are hand in hand. There is no way to grow money without growing in your stature, in your mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical stature, okay? Because the healthier you are, not only the more will you make, the longer you will be able to live in it, okay? So now, endorphins. Endorphins are going to be the fire element, and they're going to come out of laughter. Okay, amongst some other things, you guys, we just putting down the major thing. Okay, The earth element, okay? This is going to be your GABA. Okay, this is going to be your GABA. All right, and this is also going to play a role in your endorphins and your endocannabinoid system. Okay, and this is dancing. Okay, so if you ever heard of the runner's high, things of that nature, all of these are coming from these things. But more importantly, these are also going to show me which side of the body you could be having problems on. You keep tapping, and that's what we're going to do today. Okay. Yesterday we showed you how to be able to understand this four element, this owner's manual information from just singing, dancing, laughing, and crying. Today we're also going to show you that we can show you what side of the body your issues on. Okay, we can show you that all by your birthday. We don't need to take a blood test, blood sample, blood type. We don't need no hair sample, stool sample, no urine sample. We don't need that no more. We don't need everything that they did back in the day was non-invasive, non-intrusive because it was taboo to surgery on you. They ain't mess with you till after you were dead. It didn't even then it was taboo. You only had a few brave people that would mess with a dead corpse. So at the end of the day, mess going inside of you is taboo. So what we do is we go inside of you spiritually and let the spirit do the things that it needs to do because now we've determined that these things are creating medicines. These are mentalities. These are neurotransmitters. These are things that are going on in you and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Now all we're trying to do is use them intently to produce medicine for us, okay? So then the air element here is going to produce your serotonin. Okay, and we know you get that in the singing and the humming, right? Also, you're going to get the nitric oxide. Let's put that there. So you're dealing with blood pressure issues. If you're dealing with sexual debility, hum. And I just gave the brothers a really $1 million secret just then. That's a $1 billion secret because that industry is a $1 billion industry. You're looking for nitric oxide. You're looking for all these things to try to build your sexual life when all you got to do is hum. Boy, gone. All right. So next one is going to be the water element is oxytocin. Okay. And this is going to be your crying and touch. Right. So hugging, cuddling, all this type of stuff is going to produce this oxytocin and also this prolactin. Okay. And then amongst the other ones is serotonin, et cetera, et cetera. So these are the medicines, but also now we can tell you what you're not getting, or if you're getting too much excessiveness or too deficient of these medicines. That means that how am I enjoying this experience? Okay. How can I turn my perspective around from a bad diagnosis of life into a good prognosis of life? How can I turn my bad diagnosis of life into a good prognosis of life? How can I turn my bad beginnings into a good ending? How can I turn my bad now into a good future? How can I turn my suffering into transformation? How can I change when life is nothing but change? Change is life. So you don't have to hold on to bad kidneys. You can change and revive them. You don't have to hold on to cancer. You don't have to hold on to your immunity. Yeah, they say, well, it's incurable. Yes, that's because you're playing under limitation with them. But if you want to play with me, we play with limitlessness. Huh? If you keep wanting to play with limitation, keep going to the doctor. I just told you that that medicine ain't got no sun in it. It don't emit no light. And that means that it is not biologically similar to your cells. So therefore, when you put it in you, it is a foreign agent. It is an enemy to the state of your body. And every day that you keep putting it in there, you keep forcing your immune system to let it pass and let it pass and let it pass. And every time you keep letting COVID pass in your body and letting high blood pressure pill pass in your body and letting metformin pass in your blood and letting all these other antibiotics pass in your blood. Every time you keep letting it pass, your immune system keeps getting suppressed. Now I told y'all years ago, and I'll say this again, what is the definition of AIDS? What is the definition of AIDS? You must understand, if nothing else, that A stands for acquired. You have acquired an immune deficiency syndrome because you're letting inorganics come through your body to where when you get cancer, you don't die of the cancer, y'all. You die of something else that your body can't ward off because chemotherapy got your immune system out of whack, because radiation got you out of whack, because immunotherapy, and the reason why they got you out of whack is because they're foreign to your body. Your body is fighting off what they're trying to do to help you. And what's happening is every time they're forcing it in, they're suppressing it lower and lower and lower. And next thing you know, you die from a poop. A fart is too toxic to you. This just don't mean medication is inorganic. You guys keep tapping out, keep talking. Please go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan. All right. This just doesn't mean inorganic, okay, as far as medication, but now we're getting to all things inorganic. Over time, it starts to beat down on some of these things. So what happens is not only is that happening internally, but then we're starting to understand that there is a significant missing piece in some of these facets that are creating your perspective that is allowing you the enjoyment of this paradigm. So again, if you are diagnosed with something in life, whether it be cancer, whether it be poverty, whether it be this or that, or handicap or something, then now you come into the paradigm with some type of perspective about the legitimacy of this thing. And you seem to say, okay, well, because this is my diagnosis, this must be what it's going to be. If they can't help me, I'm going to die. If they can't help me, I'm always going to be broke. If somebody can't help me, I'll always be alone. And that's not true. But there is something inside of the person going through the thing that has to change. And it ain't about you changing to find somebody new to help you. It's about you being something new to help yourself. Y'all study trying to find new doctors and new herbalists. What about a new you? Find a new mentality in you. You study trying to find a new boyfriend, new husband, new this but what about finding a new you? You study trying to find the new this and the new that, but what about swapping and replacing your ass out? Come on, somebody. Now, y'all don't get me mad today. Now, come on. It's morning time. It's Friday. I'm trying to enjoy this motherfucker. All right? Y'all don't get me mad this morning, no? All right? Stop trying to blame somebody. Every day you trying to blame somebody about this and about that and about this and about that. But what about you? Work on you. Okay? So what we're understanding here is that there are missing pieces to the enjoyment level of this paradigm that can cause you to not stir up some of this medicine in you to keep you at peace and at ease. So what does serotonin does? Serotonin is very good for calming your mood. Okay? It's very good for reducing your stress hormones. Okay? What is your endorphins for? These are your natural painkillers, not just about a real back pain, but I'm talking about in life, the pains of life. Endorphins. So guess what? How do I deal with the pains of life? God dang on it. Look here, you're going to dance them away and you're going to sing them away. I mean, you're going to dance them away and you're going to laugh them away. I'm sorry. You're gonna laugh it and dance it away. You say, "Oh, can't nobody do that." That's the problem. You go down there and get medications when you don't know that these are your medications. These are your doctors. These are the things that you can do when you don't need nobody to pay for nothing. Okay? Life is hard. So the programming calls people to do certain things. The programming, that neighborhood, that community is programming Rico. So Rico gonna go do what he got to do on the block because he's being programmed from that neighborhood. If you don't move him out of there, if he don't get with people that got something new to show him or talk to him about, he gonna get programmed. You can't jump into a pit full of snakes and think you ain't gonna get bit. Okay? So therefore, all of us is like Rico in some form or fashion. Whether we came up in the hood, whether we came up in the good, whether we came up in the poor, whether we came up in the no, whether we came up in the wealth, whether we came up with the health, everybody came up with something that programmed them to think that that life is all that it's about. And so you cope. Just like, yeah, he on the street block doing something, he also probably got a bad diet. I never really seen a nigga on the block like that eating salads all day because you got to be on the go. You stopping at the lemon pepper and the hot wings. So therefore, there's a level of continuity that's about to happen. It's not just programmed for how the financial way you get money, but also programmed with the health issues that's going to come with being in that community and around that environment where the quickest thing is the most unhealthiest thing. So Rico don't know how to farm, fish, do none of that because of the environment has programmed them to get it and provide the way that you need to get it in that particular environment. So it's just like you. You've been programmed to come in this paradigm and want to retire at 65. You work for 40 years. You got your wife and the kids. You're sitting there with a fat belly. You got somebody cutting your grass. You should be cutting your grass with that fat ass belly. You got somebody washing your car. You should be washing your car with that little fat ass belly. You got somebody doing this and doing that, and you're trying to live like the Joneses, and you're taking away out of the laughter, the singing, the dancing, because a life sitting around like that ain't probably too fun and too good, because now you got to drink to laugh, you got to smoke to sing, you got to do this. And so what we're trying to do is be able to get you to do it every day naturally. Make it a part of your paradigm. But that means that you got to be in the mood to do this. That means that you got to be able to see things in a different perspective. And so what you don't know about health and wealth is that they're never going to tell you this, because if I told you that the medicines you can be produced within, there is no medication that is stronger than your serotonin. There is no medication that they can create that's stronger than your melatonin. There is no medication that they can create that's stronger than your GABA. There is no medication that they can create that's stronger than your oxytocin. There is no medication that they can create that's stronger than your vasopressin. There is no medication that they can take that they can make that's stronger than your norepinephrine or your adrenaline. There is no medication that they can take that's better than your insulin. There is no medication that they can make that's better than your estrogen. There is no medication that they can make that's better than your testosterone. There is no medication that they can make that's better than your progesterone. See, these are all of your hormones that are really trying to get you where you need to be. But you got to love the experience. You got to love the experience, pimp. And when you get programmed and locked into your neighborhood, your community, and locked into these programs, there ain't no way you're going to like being on the block and then jail always looking over your shoulder. Being on the block seeing people be unalive. There's no way you're gonna like life if you locked in to thinking that all life is about is working for 40 years and 50 years and then I die. There are a lot of people got problems with locking in to these particular paradigms of thought. And so what's happening is that's ailing you, that's hurting you, that ain't got you at ease. So therefore, we're trying to free you guys up. Don't you see the young people of the planet today? I don't give a damn if they Asian, I don't care if they're American, I don't care if they're Spanish. Children are waking up to not wanting to own up to just that is what life is about. So now older people got to be able to bridge the gap. Things that you used to dream about that you didn't never talk about, now you can talk about them with your children, because your children are about to get out of the 40 years of wilderness and they're about to go into the promised land. And the only thing that they need now is the compass to that place. The only thing they need now is direction. And so therefore we must go ahead and move on over and open up the floodgates and allow our children to understand how to cross over into this thing that you don't have to do. When you stop telling folks to wait until they die, try to live the best you can instead of trying to die the best you can. Hell is wrong with y'all. Some of y'all want me to just help you just so that you can keep doing what you're doing wrong. That's trying to die the best you can. We want you to be able to try to live the best you can. Y'all are trying to die the best you can. God damn it, I got them, boy, I got them, I'm gonna get all the money, I gotta get all that money, nigga. Drinking, smoking yourself, so you're dying the best you can. I'm gonna leave out of here the best I can. We're trying to say stay in here the best you can. Stay in the fight. Because I told you that stress, fear, y'all be thinking, I don't give a damn how big you is, how strong, how built you is. Listen to me, brother, because I ain't scared of you. Listen to me, sister, okay? I don't give a damn how strong, how smart, how anything you is. When you're under stress, when you're stricken with fear of not being able to have full control over your paradigm, some of you guys are built as hell and want to live forever, and you just won't. And some of you guys are spiritual than a mug and won't live forever, and that can, in the back of your mind, that bothers a lot of folk. And here the thing about it is that you got to try to be content going on a job that you really don't like to work on, leaving away from here when you really want to stay. All these things you got problems with. Mistakes here, mistakes there. Love this girl, broke up with that, thought she was the one, he thought he was the one. All these things start to wear and tear on you. And when you get fearful, you don't fight. The first response is to flight. And what we want to teach you is how to fight in your time of need, so you can change that suffering into transformation. All right. So now, with that being said, now you understand that this is things that are being produced, and this is how we're going to produce them. But these ain't things that I want you to be doing so dramatically and so overly ecstatically. Okay. This is about parasympathetic nervous system, is about calming you down. Now you say, well, dog, you just talked about adrenaline and all of that. Yeah, but you still want to keep a consciousness on the breath. Okay. So when I'm laughing at a vibratory rhythm. Y'all remember that word again? We're doing rhythmic breathing, rhythmic vibrations. So when I'm laughing at a pace where I would normally laugh very deeply. Right? So that's but when I'm laughing like that, I'm exhaling longer than I'm inhaling. So I'm not I'm not hyperventilating, because I'm letting out. That's that deep laugh. And if you do that for a minute to 3 minutes, you're going to come in with your natural laugh. So yes, you can induce a laugh. When you induce the laugh, you also induce your medicine. Painkiller. Okay? Put on your favorite comedy show. Put on your favorite Red Fox, whoever, Richard Pryor, whoever you want to put them on. And get in there and do your thing and heal yourself. Okay? Endorphins being produced through laughter. You can induce it yourself. You don't have to. But if you want to, when you come to our retreat, though, we're going to be laughing together. We're going to create the experience. Okay? All right? So now what's the next one here? Dancing. We ain't telling you to do no anything. Okay? We ain't going to tell you to do no anything. Right? So get me, can you get me 90 beats per minute metronome real quick, man? 90 beats per minute metronome on YouTube. 90 beats. So now this stuff, so 90 beats per minute metronome, or 100 beats per minute. I recommend 100 beats per minute, but this is for none of them. None of them can't got, but they not finna be out here trying to break dance and do all that type of stuff. So we ain't talking about that. We're talking about producing something with little to no movement at all. Like I said, this for Rico and this for Grandma Nene them. Okay? This for them. Easy. You got it? If you don't, I got it on here. Metronome. METRONOME. Okay? But what we gonna do is just a Hollywood shuffle, right? It's just what we do in the club anyway. Y'all already know how we is in the club anyway, man. We don't dance no more. I'm from the ATL. We know we don't dance no more. So it's just the left and the right. It's just the left and the right. Just like you in church. It's just the left and the right. We ain't ask you to do nothing. And this is grounding. So we would rather for you to laugh outside in the sun. Okay. There you go. Now that's 90. Yeah. So that's 90. I think that's a little faster than 90. So y'all hear that, right? That's all. You can keep playing. That's all. Okay? And you see me? I got my hands open. I don't want you to be sitting down here stuck. Okay? This ain't what it's about. Open your hands, granddad. Okay? Open your goddamn hand. Receive this energy. Okay? Is that 90? Go back to the last one. Yeah, go back to the last one. See, that one too slow. So this one. Yeah, this the one. Yeah, that's it. Move. 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 That's all you're doing. Moving. 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 Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. My hands out. Okay? And I'm going to be barefooted. And if I got hardwood flows, I'm going to do it on the hardwood flows. If I got marble flows, if I got any kind of natural source up under you, that's fine. Then, or if not, you can go on outside and do it on the grass. However you want to do it. But they say barefoot. I love barefoot, but it don't have to be on the soil. It could be on any natural flooring. Natural flooring. Okay? Come on. I done lost my groove, but here we go. So this is all you doing. Okay? Now give me 100 beats per minute. Okay, we'll do 100 beats per minute just to show you guys a little different. Okay? And all you got to understand is when we're doing this, we're producing the GABA. Remember, GABA is the gamma amino butyric acid. This is going to help us do what? Calm down even more, get us into that deep, that deep thought pattern, that deep space, that deep thing over here that we're looking for. Dancing is one of those ways to get us into this thing over here now. I'm telling y'all the truth. Okay. Also, it's going to be a painkiller and also the endocannabinoid system. Again, it's your natural ability to get high on your own supply of energy, right? But again, we got to watch the breathing so we're not doing nothing too much. Okay, you got it? All right, so this your 100 beat. Add a little bouncing if you want to. Come up. Hey, come up. Hey, come up. We want you to do this for about 6 to 8 minutes. Come up. Change your motherfucking life, okay? Come up, right? You don't need medications. You just need to start enjoying this experience because if not, baby, it's killing you, literally. It's killing us, literally, okay? You can't, yes, you know you ain't built to just come here and work and die, okay? We know that. You know that you're not created to just come here and die. So guess what? You working too much. Where you dancing at? Come on. What's up? Huh? You arguing too much. Where you laughing at? Come on. You can't beat no cancer being that mean mug over there. Come on. You can't beat that arthritis if you can't sit down somewhere. You see? So you got to be able to understand these are just rhythmic, vibratory things that are raising some feeling in you. This ain't thinking. Okay? Can we change that? This ain't thinking. This is raising feeling in you. Okay? So you must understand what we're trying to do is get this energy moving within you. Okay? I'm trying to get this energy moving within you. I have to get this energy moving within you. Whether you're laying there, you can't move. I told you I'll wheel you out. We're gonna carry you out. We'll do whatever we got to do to get you outside and to get you to start to change how you're feeling about the diagnosis. And we're going to start making our own prognosis over our own lives. Okay. So, again, that gabble is going to help us because when we get finished, it can really help us to relax. The painkillers come in, the endocannabinoid comes in through dancing. Now, you came here and you're talking about the singing. Okay. The singing is the same thing. Nobody got to be Whitney. But everybody is Whitney when you hum, okay? And all you got to do is hum. Now you can use that same beat outside. I always say do this after the laughter. I'm gonna laugh first, get my laugh out toward the sun. Boom, right? And then after that, I'll do my beats with my dancing and my humming. So when I was doing that, I could have just been doing my humming too. Anytime you're humming, you automatically are exhalation longer than you're inhaling, meaning that you're getting a lot of carbon dioxide out as well as you're balancing out the carbonic acid within the body. Now, when carbon dioxide meets water within you, it's going to create carbonic acid. That's a part of allowing yourself to be more alkaline, is allowing your lungs as a first defense anyway to your alkalosis or acidosis, is allowing them some help, right? And how you can help the lungs is learning how to breathe. And one of the best ways to learn how to breathe is not about doing all this hyperventilation. It's about slowing down your breathing. And then it's about understanding the effectiveness of breath so that it can help you with lowering your toxicity. So therefore, killing all them with one stone, we create the humming. Now, my brothers, I just gave you guys this clue, okay? You need nitric oxide. They told you it's good for your little blood vessels, but you know what that means. And so you working it for some other stuff. But I just told you don't need to buy nothing because you increase nitric oxide in your nose through humming by 15 to 20%. Bro, hum while you're in now. Okay? And thank me later. Now, at the end of the day, humming also does your blood pressure. So as we're humming as females, and you might not necessarily be looking at that good little thing, that little benefit, then it'll benefit your blood pressure. It'll benefit your anxiety. Okay. It'll benefit you in your heart rate, slowing and lowering these things down. All we're doing is humming. Okay. And we're going to hum for that same 6 to 8 minutes that we're dancing, preferably. You can do your humming in there. But the humming is rhythmic, is vibratory. So you just want to do your breathing, right? So we're going to breathe in for 6 seconds, and then we're going to breathe out with the hum for 7 seconds, just to train you that the exhalation should be longer than the inhalation, right? So it looks like this. In the nose, out the mouth. Purposely catch a rhythm though. I don't want you to just be sitting there talking about some. We ain't doing all that. Catch a rhythm. Okay, catch a rhythm and vibrate at different octaves. Okay, what happens is when you start to hum this way, not only are you producing that nitric oxide, but then you're also activating your vagal tone, aka the vagus nerve that we've been teaching you guys about for years now. Okay, this vagus nerve, they run down the side of the neck and they lay on down there everything. They call it the vagabonds. All right, they're going to send messages to your heart and your gut and your digestive system and your breathing, and it's going to tell everybody to slow down. Simple. Communicating. Also, while producing serotonin and nitric oxide, again, that serotonin is going to be to calm you. Okay. That nitric oxide is going to play as a vasodilator. Okay. And then last but not least is the best one all time, right? For everything, oxytocin, serotonin, and prolactin. Prolactin is the mother hormone. So now we're looking at creating new cells and having the nutrients and everything that you need in the nurturing behind cell and stem cell understanding and all that type of stuff. Prolactin has to be a part of how to produce and reproduce and cell growth. And see, don't nobody want y'all to know this. How do you reproduce a baby? Through oxytocin and serotonin and then prolactin. All of the reproductive juices and the relife and the rebirth is coming through here. and this is the biggest thing that we got a problem with. Our bonding. Our touching is not, we're desensitized and we're not getting enough of community. We're not getting enough of belonging. We're not getting that sense of, you know how when you touch somebody, sometimes it just feel like home. Okay. And everybody, if you keep making mistake after mistake in the form of a person, place, or thing, then you get desensitized to how home feels like. Because every time you thought it was home, it was still Strangerville, USA. And so therefore now you become fearful at what that whole dynamic. And so therefore now that separatist mentality, that individual mentality comes into play because you don't feel no sense of belonging. Rico out here by his goddamn self. He done been to jail by himself. He done been locked up by himself. Nobody came to put no money on his book. Old lady left him when he went in now. The friends goddamn turned on him when he went in now. So now when he come out, he don't. You see what I'm saying? All of the stuff Michelle went through, and she told her mama. Mama didn't believe her. She told her cousin. They didn't believe her. She told her friends. They thought she was crazy. So now y'all wonder why Michelle is in the things doing what she's doing, and she ain't telling nobody doing that, and she just out here doing her hot girl thing. It's because she by herself. Because when she was trying to tell and be a part of it, the programming came in. She was trying to tell y'all that she was being programmed. And y'all like, well, shit, girl, we all been it. Just go on and go do it. Don't fight it, Michelle. Go be programmed. Go through the trauma and the drama. Let them hurt you. Let them hit you. Let them abuse you. Let them use you. Let the job change you. Let the world, go on and go on, girl. If we had to do it, you do it. See, that's what mama and them telling children. We had to get whooped by the devil. You get whooped by him too. We had to be up under this oppression, suppression, depression. So you do it too. We had to live like this and that and the third, and we couldn't find no way out. So you just as locked up as me. So you might as well put on your orange and white and black stripes as well, suit as well, motherfucker. Cause you in this prison just like me. I don't know why y'all children think you're better than your parents. Y'all ain't nothing but just like us. And so that's a disgrace. To have my baby in the penitentiary without at least trying to break out and show them the blueprint. And so what we're doing is trying to show our people that there's a blueprint out. Parents, grandparents, and children alike. There is a way out. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, any questions? So now this whole bonding, this cuddling, this hugging, y'all know what that looks like, okay? But sometimes this tear of joy. A lot of people keep talking about crying. I ain't got nothing to cry for. It's easy for I can cry on tap for tear of joy and gratitude because I'm so grateful. and I can cry on tap for some shit that just happened to me that I'm going through. So either one I can tap into easy. It's easy for me to find a tip of thank you or a tip of goddamn. Easy. But if I guess you gotta live 46 at least plus years but it's easy for me to tap into this down here. And I know for some people it may not be because of your perspective desensitizes you. But for here, it's very easy to get into this mode and this understanding. And when you get here, again, this is where cell regrowth and all that. So it's going to be okay for us to make you cry on the retreat because you're going to cry anyway. I make some of y'all cry just through this cell phone. So we know what's going to happen when we get with each other. But it's going to be healthy because we're producing the medicine that we can't find in the hospital. We're producing the medicine that we can't find in the pharmacy. We are producing the things that can save us that you may can't find in religion. It's within you. You need to be taught, and really this should be church. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. This should be church. Church should be teaching us this information. Not just that God's within, but how is it within? And that's why we teach you that this is healing through spirit and science. We're using both because we need both of them. Science has limitation. Spirit is limitless. So we can use science all the way up until we get to a point to where we need to use our spirit for the frontier beyond. You guys are at a point right now where you cannot find the answer. And I'm here to tell you that the answer is within you. We just got to give you a good enough flashlight to go back within and find your answer and bring it back to your life and use it in this paradigm like the most successful people have. Okay? They get these things in dreams and auctions. They get these things in community. A lot of people that have been rich have dropped out of college, roommated with a friend that they met online or met over here somewhere. Both of their dropped out, and now they're the biggest people on the planet, aka Bill Gates and his homeboy. Dropped out of school, got to be roommates because community was big. So yeah, we dropped out, but at least I know this motherfucker over here, you know me out there, look at him, let's do something. But see, when Rico drop out, he by himself. Mama don't like him, daddy don't hate him, ain't there with him. Okay, everybody frowning at him, leave him alone. If he ain't got no money for nothing, anybody gonna give him nothing, you know. So he one bad mistake away from being the bum up on a counter road out there. But at the end of the day, everybody be in those situations, but everybody don't get treated like that. Community. Okay? And this is where this comes in. Oxytocin, prolactin, and this the stuff right here, that touch, that belonging, that community, that sense of belonging. It breaks separatism. It breaks individualism. It breaks loneliness. And this is the major problem in women. Okay? This is, remember I told you the endocrine system. It is the emotional system, the water element, okay? It's the love component. It is all of these things emotionally that starts to fester the waves and start to cause these chemical reactions and imbalances to a particular point to where the body can't handle it and begins to start to get into disease state, okay? Intellect is good. Intuition is great. Good feeling is the secret to joy. Yes, sir. That's all it's about, you know, because you can be smart as a motherfucker. You don't see some folks on here smart as hell. You ain't never seen them enjoy life because they robotic. They programmed to be the smart guy. Man, you better, you trying to reach fame and fortune, bro. You better be real and live this motherfucker. Yeah, you smart, but still live, pimp. It ain't about being good at one thing. It's about being balanced at all things. Okay? You got some folks that, like you said, intuitive, but they get caught. They get stuck in the work of being that gift. And they never can be free to leave. See, and I just told y'all that I had one of the fastest growing, most successful herb shops in Atlanta, Georgia. That y'all know Atlanta. Atlanta ain't nowhere to play with. Okay, so that's where the money at. And I'm from now. I'm born and raised from Georgia, right? One of the fastest growing on the block. I'm in a prime. I'm talking about everything. I'm working 7 days a week since 2016. You think I'm gonna get a break? Don't nobody know this information but me. Don't nobody understand it but me. I built a whole career around it, whole business around it, whole everything. You think I'm gonna be able to take breaks? So you can get stuck in intellect and intuition. But these are the medicines. And you've seen plenty of people come in and get stuck in they Dr. Sabiism and get stuck in a Dr. Layla Africanism, and you get stuck in your Dr. Paul Gossism, and that's fine, but you see all still died earlier than what we're preaching, which is 120 years. And they supposed to be the gurus of health. Paul Goss in his 70s, Dr. Layla in his 70s, Dr. Sabi in his 80s. These are supposed to be your gurus. But my gurus, the people I know, Tommy Bass lived in his hundreds. Okay? Emma Dupree, 98, 99. Dr. Marty Scott, 98, 99. Okay? What my man down there in who I always talk about, Don Eligio, 102, 101. World-renowned herbalists that you probably ain't never heard of before. Because we ain't doing run-of-the-mill things. We don't listen to run-of-the-mill people. Folks who put it in their bodies, put it in their life, and got out of it longevity. I just named you 3 damn near 100-year-old herbalists that y'all have never heard of before because you don't know what you're doing. Okay? So all eyes on me. Okay? Like Tupac. All eyes on me, man. So now, not only do we understand the simplicity of what this is doing, okay? So that touching and cuddling 6 to 8 minutes a day. Hug for 6 to 8 minutes a day. Cuddle for 6 to 8 minutes a day. Okay. Now, after you do all of this, you should rest. All right. So after you're singing, you should be quiet. After you're dancing, you should be still. Okay. After your laughter, okay, you want to hold your belly. After you're crying, or you're cuddling, or you're hugging, or you're touching, or whatever, you want to hold your heart. And you want to hold that for a good 6 to 8 minutes. And you're done. And you just did 30 to 40 minutes outside, something that if I taught you the simplicity of it, you can go out there right now with high blood pressure, do this, and then take your blood pressure and watch your blood pressure be back normal. You can go outside right now, do this, whole regimen, take your blood sugar, and watch your blood sugar be the way it needs to be. You can do this right now. And if you're trying to go to sleep, you can do this. And once you get finished, let me know if you went to sleep or not. You can do this right now if you're trying to get your ass up without drinking coffee and without doing all this whole extensive working out. Remember, it ain't hyperventilation, it's hypo. It's slowing down the breathing. That's a peace and a serenity. Do this and get your ass up and go to work without coffee. You're going to be alert. You're going to be in your perfect mind. You're going to be all about, I'm going to tell you, when you get into this space, you're all about no drama, no bad energy. You're going to start controlling the paradigm. You might even get fired from your job just because you getting sick of the people all of a sudden. You was cool until you start working on you. Then you start seeing how that started to mess with stuff in you. You start seeing how a cuss mess with you. You start seeing how they eat mess with you. You start seeing how they act mess with you. You start seeing how all these things start messing with you all of a sudden, because you know why? You're now creating that aura, that vibe, that this ain't what life is all about. So you're busting out of the bubble. The light bulb done came on. You busting out of the bubble. You're busting out of roboticism. You know, you're no longer short circuit. I love the necklace. Appreciate you. All right, you guys, where we at right now? All right, so we should be at about 50K right now, you guys. So y'all are really lacking, bro. You know, I can't keep doing it if y'all gonna be lacking like this. This is the best information on the planet right now, you guys. And I ain't even bullshitting you. If I'm a very big researcher, you know, you can ask my old lady right here. I'm researching all day, every day. I see all the videos, everybody. That's how I know so many stuff. Trust me. The internet, we was raised off the internet. We are the real internet children. The people who are 45 to 50 are the real internet children. It ain't your fucking child. Okay, the real computer nerds and wizards are from 45 to 50 because when the floppy disk came out, we were the children that they fucking did it on. And we've been from floppy disk all the way to Apple phone, whatever it is you got. We from floppy disk all the way to Samsung 25. Ain't nobody better than us on the goddamn the computer and the cell phone between 45 and 50. We are the children of the computer generation, pimpin'. Okay? So don't think that you cost you 9 that you know about this shit. Well, we've been programmed with the computer. We the ones who programmed the computer. You feel me? We the ones that let them know what the computer could do. We were the children. So at the end of the day, my point to you guys is that we know who we are. We know how effective, how much imprint we have. We have to be able to start to pass this knowledge on, because if not, it's going to get lost in the sauce. These people are already dead. And you see that a lot of those old videos are not just on YouTube no more, okay, and stuff like that. So they're starting to phase out a lot of these 1970s, 80s, and 60s VHS cassette tapes, exposing you to folks you don't know nothing about. And since you don't have the VHS and they're going to phase them out for YouTube, then how do you get access to these real people and you don't know the names of their books? Ain't nobody ever read they. So you got to be really, really in tune. And so I'm glad that I'm the age I am. I was able to get all of it and collect all of it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. I'm getting all the old shit, and then I'm here still with the new folks, still with the young folks. So I'm getting the new too. You feel me? So we're going to get all of it. But we still need to help our children. These kids nowadays definitely tech savvy, but they don't know about a tar. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We done came through all the way from a. That's what I'm trying to. You done came through all the way from a stick and 2 buttons. They did that on you. Yeah, you know, the games are a little faster, a little deeper, a little this, that, and the third. But I'm saying, we know, man, and we know more about our health than we think we do too. Do you have advice for the yeah, you know, you're gonna have to get a detox, lady woman, right? You're gonna have to get a detox. So that's the only advice I got. Get a major detox. I always try to tell people to go to activated charcoal when you're looking for stuff like that, okay? But we do have a detox on the website. It's called the 21-day detox. That will also be able to flush you and help you out as well. But it's up to you however you want to do it. All right. Any other questions? You guys keep tapping. Let's get us up to 50K. Hurry up, you guys, so that I can start doing these birthdays, man. I ain't finna do nada now. I'm gonna work y'all there today now. Y'all ain't finna work me. I told y'all I can't come on here for this lackadaisical interactivity here. That means I know I'm talking to the same people. Where the new folk at? That means I know I'm talking to the same people. Where the new folk at? Okay. So this body thing, this health thing is in your control. You can do it. Don't never let them say you can't. Okay? The stuff I'm teaching you, you get in your owner's manual. If you guys are interested in your owner's manual, you DM me, we'll get you that information. Okay? But it's time out for us not understanding the design of the body. And I know damn well that my little country I can learn this. You can learn it too. We ain't got to be at the same level, but you can learn your body, learn how it works. And you hear yourself. And that's what the owner's manual is really all about. It's about you learning your body. This ain't about you teaching a whole group of people. This is about you learning you, healing you, got you under wraps, and your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? As a man, my set drive ain't the same. Help me, please. I just told you, man. Hum it out. Put some hum in there. I learn how to hum it out. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of putting the C on there, put the hum on there. Hum it out. Yeah. You got to hum it out. Okay. You got to hum it out. All right, now where we at? You got to hum it out. Yes, sir. Tell them later on we got to hum it out. That's it. Put a little hum in there. See, that's the thing. I'm trying to tell you. You go in there and do it, and then you tell us if for real, bro. You go do it, and then you tell us. That's what I want y'all to do. This stuff's simple. Look, I ain't telling y'all go. You can go do this. You go do it, and then you come back tomorrow. Or hell, I look here. I'm gonna be on here for another hour. If you can come back, you let us know. Manner of respect. Everything we need is inside of us. Yes, life is simple. Yes, that's what we're trying to teach you guys, man. That's what we're trying to get you guys to understand. We have to use this social media platform to get back to the roots and the boots of it all. And the thing is that you guys, we're losing connection. Okay, we're losing connection between the sources. And so that's what I'm saying. Laughing in the sun, dancing on the soil. You see what I'm saying? Singing and humming in the air. You feel me? Crying around the lakes and the rivers and the beaches and all this type of stuff, and being by the water and just thanking God for the ambiance and thanking Him for the beauty and thanking Him for that. And y'all don't even know this is another healing thing right here. I'm gonna tell y'all off the rip. Walking through the forest and walking on the beach or any kind of oceanic atmosphere, okay, is going to have what they will call neutralizing ions. These neutralizing ions are going to help us stop aging. These neutralizing ions help us with oxidative stress. So remember that we're teaching you guys about how to keep the body going. So slowing down your breathing. Why do we teach about slowing down your breathing? Because if you breathe in hyperventilation, you're bringing in too much oxygen, which is going to create free radicalism and oxidative stress. So the slower you breathe, the less free radicals, the less oxidative stress. That slower breathing is about peace and serenity and contentment. Okay? Now, another thing is that if I walk through the forest, which is why we need to be around more green space, which is why nature-based interventions is so important. You get this in your owner's manual. Okay? Being around green space promotes what? Another thing of anti-aging. Who wants to anti-age? I want to live forever. Anything you got to tell me about anti-aging is up my avenue as far as everlasting life. How do I not age? By being at peace and serenity out in nature, in the forest, walking, on the beach, walking around the lake, walking. Any type of water atmosphere and forest atmosphere has neutralizing ions. What do they neutralize? Oxidative stress, which keeps you from getting cancers, which keeps you from these free radicals going in your body, giving you cancer, which is keeping you from the stress, which is keeping you from aging. So that means no wrinkles, no nothing when I got peace, when I got serenity, when I'm laughing, when I'm dancing, when I'm keeping my body at a cohesiveness and in a balance, and when I'm chilling and I'm in my flow, when I'm always vibing with everybody that I meet, when I'm always in coherence with everybody and everything that I'm ran into. Now I got this symbiotic relationship with almost everything in my paradigm. It damn near feel like I'm a part of everything and a piece of everything. And now I can feel everything, and now my senses are back and I ain't desensitized no more. So now I can see the real you, and now I can hear the real you, and now I can taste the real thing, and now I can smell the real thing, and now I can feel the real thing. So therefore I am now finally starting to be able, for the first time in my life and the first time in human history, to feel the way life really should feel. For the first time in human history, to be able to see things the way they really are, feel things the way they really are. Come on, man. What can get us there? The oxytocin, the gamma. Okay, the gamma from the dancing and the hugging and all this type of stuff. So when you're coming to the retreat, we're gonna do all this stuff together. We're gonna create an experience that will create the laughter. We're gonna create an experience around our dancing. Again, you can do all this outside. You guys can start teaching this right now if you wanted to. The only thing about it is you know what your clients need. Okay. Yes, it's okay from a preventative standpoint to introduce all four of these things to yourself. that would be ideal and recommended. But also with owner's manual, we can narrow down to you which ones you actually need to be involved in, just in case you ain't got all day to do all this other stuff. Okay. So with your owner's manual, this narrows down. You don't, everybody don't got to do all four, even though we recommend that you provide some type of openness for your life to be able to do those things. Okay. That's what retreat, when, and where. So I'm in South Africa, man. So our retreats will be either here or in Mozambique. Those are the two places that we're looking at. Okay, but Mozambique, beautiful on the beach. I've already been there, visited a few places, but we're going back and forth trying to figure out the logistics. But yeah, you're gonna have to come on home because we got to get you in the right sunlight. Okay, we got to get you in the right mood. I got to get you around the right foods. I got to get you around the right atmosphere, and I got to get you far away from the bills and far away from the programming as possible. So we might have to have you fly out here, man. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm in South Africa, man. Yeah, I'm from Georgia though. Yeah, I'm in New York. Okay, what's up? What's up? When you coming to America? Shit, I just left America. I just left in May. Okay, I just left in May. Yeah. So I'm out here chill, man, with the fam. Please, I would love to do it on my land. Yeah. Tell me I do it on your land. I don't get into that conversation about your land and my land unless you done bought America. You don't own nothing. Just find you a comfortable spot to be in and call that your. But we don't get into the jargon of land this and land that. So you might not ever come to mind because I ain't gonna do nothing in America. And I'm from there. I got my roots and everything from there. But I don't get into all that where you from type shit. You see what I'm type saying? Because at the end of the day, niggas ain't got control on now one of them lands. So until you get some control and really call it your land, that's when it'll be my land. But right now it's their land. So goddamn it, let's just do it any way we can. And don't even go on that. All right. Y'all get the 50K, y'all ready? All right, so boom. Now, so what I want to do is bring you guys up on the live. We're going to interact, bring you guys up on the live, right? So we're going to go back to the singing, dancing, laughing, but now we're going to start looking at the side of the body. Okay, so I know y'all can see excessive, deficient. We're going to start showing you how you can narrow down with your owner's manual. Okay, this is the information you get with your owner's manual, so you'll understand. Okay, when we're talking about the upper left quadrant of the body or the lower left quadrant or the this, that, and the third, they're also speaking to certain issues that could be going on as well. All of this you get with a birthday. Okay, all of this stuff you get with your birthday. All right, so anybody want to come up on the chat, put me in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and get. Got so much information from this class, been doing the humming, somatic moves, and being outside. I'm telling y'all. Bella, let's bring Bella up. Anybody else want to come up on the chat? Put me in the chat. We'll bring you up. What's up? Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Just been very interested, wanting to learn more, wanting to know more, not just about everything you teaching, but more about myself as well. My birthday is May 31st, 81.
May 31st, 1981. All right. So we got to get your model number. So you know what we do is we talk in jargon of owner's manual. Okay. So every owner's manual got a manufacturing date and a model number. Okay. So your manufacturing date is your birthday. Now what we do is we break that manufacturing number down to get your model number, a lot like how they do the life path number. Okay. So 5 plus 31. You go ahead and mute your mic until you come back in. 5 plus 31 here is going to be 36. Okay, 3 and 6 is going to be 9. So from your birthday and birth month, we get the number 9. Let's remember that. 1981 eventually is going to be 18 plus 1. That's going to be 19. 9 plus 1 is going to be 10. As a boil down, is going to be 1. 1 with the 9 is going to be 10. Boil that down. You are a model number 1. They'll call you a life path number 1. Now watch this. Because I want you to watch this. Everything I'm getting just from your birthday. That's it. You ain't told me nothing else. Now the next question is, are you dealing with some health concerns, Bella? Don't tell me what, just yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, let's keep it moving. All right. So now the 2 sun signs, right? So a lot of people don't teach this way, but I do. The two sun signs. So from 521 to 621 is normally going to be what we would call a Gemini, right? So that's an air sign. Every Gemini, at the sound of my voice, alter ego is a Sagittarius. So that's the fire in you. The one is going to stand for the element, and that's the earth. Okay, so you got air, fire, which balances each other out because they're the air and they don't balance each other out. But what I like to say is that they're of the same thing called the yang, right? So here you got earth. Earth is your deficiency. You got two of these, but only one of these. Well, what does the earth deficiency mean? It means that is a yin deficiency. Okay, so what does yin deficiency mean? That means that, so now we know the deficiency is yin. Now we also know that it's going to be where? On the lower left. So on your lower left side of your body, from your waist down, right? You're always going to have some nagging, whatever the issue is, it always seems like it's going to come on that side of the body. Bella, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. So now also, because we've said the yin is the lower left side of the body, we also know that whatever happens is going to be due to nutrition. Okay. Nutrition is going to be your biggest thing. So your diet is big. Your diet is going to be big. Now, as far as eliminating some of these issues that you got going on. Now, also, we got the side of the body, so the lower left side. I got the nutrition part of it. I got the fact that it's a deficient feminine energy, meaning that you can go ahead and mute yourself back again, Bella, because we got a feedback. Okay. I've also got that it's going to be feminine energy deficient, which means that you need to work on your receptiveness. Okay. We also know this is the earth. So we also know now we could be looking at arthritis. We can be looking at bone issues, spinal issues. We can be looking at tissue issues. We can be looking at stress and anxiety. We can be looking at blood pressure issues, adrenal issues, energy issues. We could be looking at, there's some other stuff going on with the earth element. But here's the other thing too, is that now I know what you're deficient in. You're deficient in the GABA, the endorphins, and the endocannabinoid, right? So these are your painkillers. That's probably what you're looking for. Been in pain. Bella, where you at?
I'm here with you.
Talk to me.
Very much so. And it's more like you said, just being transparent, because I don't have a problem. I'm real. It's because I'm very active. I work out a lot, and then keep in mind I had been having this heart situation where they don't know where it came from. You got to understand, I do not smoke. They just told me out the blue I done had 2 heart surgeries where they saying like my heart can go into this rhythm, which is called SVT, and it wouldn't come back down on its own. So they basically was having to go in, burn that part of my heart off, and then they saying it's working right. But guess what? I still have that. But what you just said is a testimony to what that this is nothing but stress and trauma from things that I have not gotten out yet. I believe that, and now this is a reflection of that.
Now here's the thing. Let me show you something. 3 years, 13, 23. Between 28 years old and 38 years old, you went through some stuff there with some stuff going 28 to 38. You remember that? Them 10 year span from 28 to 38.
I know exactly. I was a victim of a home invasion when I was 28. Severely abused. As I started getting into that 30 aspect, that's when I started. That's when I was approached by this woman who, I don't even know this lady. I was walking down the street. This lady stopped me and she just told me, she said it was a dark cloud over me right now. She said, you've been going through some stuff. She said, but it's finna start getting lighter for you. And I did not understand at the time what she was saying. But then as I started getting closer to 30, it started getting worse. The things that I started experiencing from other people, like abuse and just control and different things like that. But then as I started getting out of those 30s, things changed, started getting lighter.
Okay. And so right now you're currently working on a project with somebody, or you're trying to build some kind of
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because you're in Scorpio, okay, so that's a good thing. That's where you at. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's where you're supposed to be at. So as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in that's why I'm asking you that. But stay focused on that for right now. That's the life lesson, okay?
You saying building?
Well, I mean, whatever little mutual thing you got going on with this other person, whatever y'all going into together, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Right? So I'm saying that you're doing, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Gotcha.
You understand me? So I'm giving you a little bit of knowing that that's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? And then you should be good. All right, Bella?
You good? Yeah.
All right, lady woman.
No money for the day.
Mute your mic, manners. Mute your mic, man. I can hear it in the background. Mute your mic. Lady woman, what's going on? Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
What's up? I've been here before, but this one right here I had to stop. So I'm the one that done took the jab, done been in the military, got shut up with everything, and all. I don't know what's going on. So
okay, what's your birthday?
July 9th, 1994.
All right. July 9, 1994. That's your manufacturing date. Your model number, we're going to break it down. 7 and 9 is 16. So 1 and 6 is going to be 7. So from the month and the day, we got a 7. Let's remember that. 1994, eventually is going to be 19 plus 4, which is 23. That's going to be a 5. So 5 and 7 is going to be what? 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So you're a model number 3, or what you would call a life path number 3, okay? So that means from 621 to 721, you are what they would call a Cancer. So that's going to be a water sign. Every Cancer, the alter ego of every Cancer is a Capricorn. So that's your Earth.
Oh, my daddy.
Your model number 3 makes you a fire. Okay, so you are water, earth, fire being. Now the thing about it is the water and the earth balance, but the fire is the one that's deficient. So this is yang deficiency. Okay, now with yang deficiency, there's going to be some things that's going to happen to the upper left side of the body. So everything of the upper left. Now what the yang deficiency is, that means that you are already prone to having a tendency of some things of physiologically not functioning. So you got to watch your liver, your gallbladder. You had to watch all of those upper left things: liver, gallbladder, digestive system, heart, all that stuff you got to watch because of the yang deficiency, which is going to play a role on the upper left side of your body. Also, what this means when you're looking at yang deficiency, okay, this is the what we would call the water element, right? So the water element lets me know that you need more touch, more bonding. There's some things going on in your life about separatism, individualism, community, a sense of belonging. That's what's missing. You get this back in to promote the things that you need here from this oxytocin, prolactin, and all this stuff, because you got this good bonding, you got this good release, tears of joy, tears of sorrow. You're releasing, you're being one back with yourself, one back with nature. And get by some water to do it. If you got to get by the water, go by the lake, the river, the beach, find you a creek, do whatever you got to do to get there, and tell God thank you, man. Tell God thank you. That's all you got to do, lady woman.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Anybody else? Who's next? Who's next? Now, I will tell her because she was in Cancer. And then she had about 12 days left. So then that would have made her at least 6 years and 4 months in. So 94, you're going to be 31. So 6 years and 4 months, 16 years and 4 months, 26 years and 4 months, 36 years and 4 months. So she's into Libra. So you're in the Libra, lady woman. So you're probably, into relationships and partnerships. That's your thing right now, relationships and partnerships. I wanted to let you know that. And the lesson in that relationship and partnership should be peace. All right, now Staccavelli, what's happening? Welcome to the HerbMan Show.
What's happening?
Yeah, man, pretty good, pretty good. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was seeing your work. I was trying to learn more about my owner's manual.
Okay.
Like the last 2 weeks, I've been having some. My ears been ringing, so I've been feeling like I'm missing something. Like I'm supposed to be doing something that I'm missing.
Yeah. So you already got your owner's manual?
Nah, I'm trying to get you to help me with it.
Yeah, your owner's manual, bro. You gotta pay for the owner's manual, man. So that's $50. You can DM me and get that. But what we're doing here is just giving you some of the information out of that owner's manual, right? So I'm just trying to show you guys what all that owner's manual can do for you. But in order for you to get all the information, obviously that's a paid service. But what we're doing here for free is I can just show you what side of the body stuff can be working on. I can show you where you at in life. That's about all I can do for the free school.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, what's your birthday?
6/19/91.
6/19/91.
Yes.
All right, so 6 and 19 is gonna be 25. That's 7. All right, 19 and 91 is eventually gonna be 19 plus 1, which is 20. So that's 2, 2 and 7. You're model number 9. Okay. Are you a Gemini? Every Gemini's alter ego is a Sagittarius, so that's your fire. And that 9 means fire, okay? So here you are excessive, right? You are excessive yang, okay? Yang excessiveness is going to be to the, yang excessiveness is going to be to the lower right, okay? From your hip down on your right side, your lower right, all right? You're going to have to watch out for those as tendencies, okay? And then also, the yang excessiveness is going to stand for the fire. Okay, the fire. So now when you're looking at the fire, you need to laugh a little more, Stacks. Staccavelli.
Yeah, I gotta laugh a little more.
That's what it's saying, bro. You gotta laugh a little more, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to laugh a little more in life, bro, because that's gonna produce the thing. Listen, because you got so much excessiveness, you got to get it out, right? So you want to laugh a little bit more, and then it's all good for you to be able to get a little bit more cuddling, a little bit more touching. Also, would be very beneficial for you as well. So laugh it out, cuddle, hug, cry it out. I think those would be very beneficial for you. Now, just to let you know where you at real quick, I'll do this for you. You a Gemini, so you just like me. You actually got the same birthday as me, my brother. So this been that way, that means you only did about 4 months in Gemini. So what you is 35, 34, 35, 34, right?
34.
Right, okay. So 4 months, 10 years and 4 months, 20 years and 4 months, 30 years and 4 months, and then 40 years and 4 months. So you're 34, so you're 4 years into your Libra. So you also in the last 4 years have been very big on partnerships and relationships. So that's just where you at. The biggest thing about you and your old lady, if that's what you're looking for, if you found her in these 4 years, she's the right person. If you found her in these 4 years, she's the right person, and she's going to teach you a life lesson about peace. She's going to be peace. But y'all should be learning that too, because it's your lesson. Your lesson is, I did this for you. I don't know her. So your lesson where you at is for you to learn peace. Now, she can bring that to you, or you need to bring that to the situation. But you are the one that's trying to learn peace. Don't try to make her do nothing now, okay? It's you.
Right.
All right, my brother.
Right, thank you.
Peace. All right. Sam, what's going on?
Hello.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help?
Thank you. My birthday is August the 1st, 1973. And I'm having like stomach issues.
Okay, you said August the 1st.
1973.
All right, 8173. 8 and 1 is 9. And then we're going to do 17 plus 3 is 20. So 9 and 2, basically. So 9 and 2 is going to be 11. right? 721 to 821, we normally say that's a Leo, so that's your fire. Every Leo at the sound of my voice, alter ego is an Aquarius. So I like to say the air right there. The 11 means the water. Okay, so your balance is a deficient in yin. So you too need to be a little bit more receptive. Okay. At the same time, though, this is going to be a yin deficiency will be about the waters. I'm sorry, not about the waters. The yin deficiency is about the earth. Okay, so nutrition. Also, this is going to be your lower left side of your body. Okay, the lower left side of your body is going to be the side of the body that you got to watch out for the most. And then when you're looking at this being the earth element here, it's about endorphins, endocannabinoid system. Break. Basically, what this is and what I see this as being is that you want to watch out for depression. Okay, you want to watch out for depression. If you're dealing with that, watch out for your depression state. Another thing too is showing you where you are here. So again, you are Leo. 721 to 821. You were born on, so let's say you did 20 days. That'll be 6 years. 6, 16, 26, 36, 46, and you're currently what? 52. So you're 6 years. You're 6 years in the Capricorn. So for the last 6 years, you've been coming up with this long-term plan of what you want to do with your life. It has a lot to do with, your career, what you want to be known as. I think that's become more of a focal for you since the last 6 years. I don't know if you're planning to retire or if you're trying to leave one job, go to another one, but finances and all of that has been something that you've really been trying to work out the logistics on to make sure that you got something for the future. I think you really just starting to come into that since the last 6 years, if that's correct.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so therefore you're going to be there for another 4 years because these are 10-year life lessons. What Capricorn is trying to show you as a life lesson, though, is that you must know that sometimes it's okay to shake things up. If you need to break some things up in order to get to this long-term plan, if you need to shake some things up in order for this thing to come to fruition that you're sitting here thinking about and trying to structure, then you need to do that in this time.
Okay.
All right, Sam?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Peace, peace. All right, who we got next? Manners, what's happening?
Manners, I'll respect my brother.
Yo.
29th September 1983.
I ain't get that first day.
29, 9th month, 1983.
Oh yeah, y'all write it backwards. I had to catch it. 9/29/82, right?
Yeah.
All right, so 9 plus 29. So your manufacturing date, your model number, 9/29 is going to be 38. 8 plus 3 is it? Please mute your mic. Levi, y'all mute your mic coming into the room, please, so somebody can hear they read it. All right. So 9/29 is going to be 38. Okay. 8 plus 3 is 11, right? 9, 10, 11. So then 1 and 1 is going to be 2. So you're going to get 2 from your birth date and the birth month. 1982 is eventually going to be 18 plus 2, which is going to be 20. That's 2. 2 and 2 is 4. Right? So your model number or your life path number is 4. 9/21 to 8/21 is normally going to be, I think that's a Virgo. 9/21 to 10/21. I'm sorry, 9/21 to 10/21 is a Libra.
Got it.
So that's your air. Every Libra at the sound of my voice, alter ego is an Aries. The element 4, the element 4.
Aries.
Huh?
I'm in a relationship with an Aries.
Oh, okay, that's what it says. Y'all gonna work out then because you just got your actual opposite. So now the thing is that you air, fire, air. So that means that we got a little bit excessiveness with the yang, okay, with the masculine energy. a little bit excessiveness with the yang. Now, this yang excessiveness, okay, this means that you can be bringing a little bit too much heat into the body, right? And if you do that, that can start to cause some problems. So that's going to be with the fire. So now we know that the fire element is going to deal with the nervous system, your circulatory system, and your muscles. So you can be having issues there. Now, at the actual side of the body you need to worry about is the lower right side, okay? So from your hip down to that right, you may find out every time you get into some issues, nervous system, circulatory, or anything like that, it can come to that right side of the body. So be aware of that, man. The biggest thing is, you good? Well, you got it? The biggest thing here is that you are the Virgo, so you're here. 9/21 to 10/21, you see you only missed 8 days, so 22 days will get you 6 years and 8 months. So you did 6 years and 8 months of Virgo, 16 years and 8 months, 26 years and 8 months, 36 years and 8 months, 46 years and 8 months. How old are you? 43? 42? Okay, so you're also 6 years into your Capricorn as well. So the same thing for you. For the last 6 years, you've been trying to plan out some stuff about your future and all that type of stuff. Yeah, so but you're in the same thing as her. You got 4 more years of that, bro. But do that. But remember what I told her. It's okay to shake things or break things up in order for it to get to the future that you're looking for. Okay? All right. The biggest thing is to watch that lower right side, bro. Again, you want to do more of this. Again, it was the fire, so laughing. I need you to laugh a little bit more, and then we also need for you to do a little bit more crying, man. You know what I mean?
When I laugh and I cry. I laugh and cry at the same time. That's when I really get a good laugh.
Okay, well, yeah, you don't, because then you overstimulate. Remember, we don't want you to hyperventilate, right? We want you to do it the way it really relaxes you. I don't want you to get into where it's just so. Yeah,
sometimes I overventilate where my back and all hurts.
That's why
crazy when I'm laughing.
Yes, sir. Now remember that laughing is a painkiller, right? So eventually, you know, all that stuff will go away. But we want you to do this to where you're just at peace and you at subtlety, man, with life, with love, and with liberty. These things are producing medicines. I'm gonna tell you, bro. You over there in the island, so you know what the herbs is. But these herbs and these medications, they can't produce this. Now they can supplement, but they can't produce it. So they can supplement. So yeah, you can do some ashwagandha. Yeah, you can do some rhodiola, and it'll help you with some of this stuff. And yeah, you can go and get you some holy basil. And yeah, you can do some genostemma. And yeah, you can go and get some of these kava and all these different herbs that help out at different levels of this, right? But they're only going to supplement it. They can't produce it. You got to be the one to produce it and then get the supplementation. So therefore, instead of trying to sell folks herbs and trying to sell folks meds that can't produce it, you got to sell folks the real deal and then drink a tea on the side of this instead of trying to drink a tea for this. It ain't gonna work.
Sounds perfect.
Okay. Peace, man. Holla at me if you need me. All right.
Manners and respect, my brother.
Yes, sir. Respect. All right. Now, baby girl, what's happening?
How you doing?
Hey, what's going on with you? How can I help you?
All right. Trying to find out where I am on the wheel of life.
All right, come on. Well, you know the life is right, so let's go on and get it. What's your birthday?
April 14th, 1977.
All right, so April 14th, 77, right? So 4 and 14 is going to be 18. 8 and 1 is 9, right? So we got to remember the 9. Okay. 1977 is eventually going to be 17 plus 7. That's 24. So that's 6. 6 and 9, 15. 1 and 5, 6. So your model number 6, life path number 6. Okay. Now 321 to 421, we normally stick that into the Aries. Okay. So that's your fire sign. Your lower right. The lower right side from the waist down. Watch out for those things over there. Also, it's about laughing and crying. Okay. Want to make sure that we're doing both of those, more laughing, more crying. As far as your life is right now, 321, let's say you did 7 days. So that's what, That's 2 years and 4 months. So 2 years and 4 months, 12 years and 4 months, 22 years and 4 months, 32 years and 4 months, 42 years and 4 months, 52 years and 4 months. How old is you?
48.
So you're 6 years in to Virgo. Okay. So if you've been having any kind of stomach issues, digestive issues, appetite issues, all of that is because you're here if you've been having anything like that. Now, you're in your health and fitness awareness stage of life. Okay. So you should have been, if you can count that, it should have been around 6 years or so that you really been focusing on this health awareness and this fitness thing. I'm telling you though, that that's the space you're in. What Virgo is trying to teach you is that yes, you need to be a little bit more restrictive. You need to have a little bit more boundaries around what you want to do, what health and fitness looks like for you. Okay. So that's where you are. So if you're concerned about health, that would be the reason why. If you're not concerned about health, then you probably will be dealing with digestive issues.
Okay, no, I've been really into my herbs for the past maybe about 4 or 5 years. So yeah, 6 years into it. Yeah.
So you've been concerned about your health. So that's just where you at. So that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be focusing on and nothing else.
I'm focusing on finances. Yeah. I'm on a roller coaster.
And that's why you ain't getting no money. Because life lessons, your life lesson ain't about no money. Your life lessons about your, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And I know people like that. And that's why I said it way and I kept saying it. Cause I know what you, but see, because I can feel the spirit. But I'm trying to tell you is that you see, the thing about this is that if you focus on something else outside of your health, if it do come and you don't look at this as the life lesson, then this gonna cause you the problem later on. You ain't gonna live long enough with the brother.
Right.
You see, so it's times and seasons for everything. Right now, your time and season said, girl, concentrate and focus on your health and fitness. And then guess what? Guess what's next? Guess what's next?
What's next?
4 years from now, you're coming into Libra. Somebody from your past will come up and that's your man.
Yeesh.
Yeah, but at least you're going to be healthy and fit for him.
Yeah. So I have my owner's manual. I don't know. You remember names very well, so you should see my name. You know, I'm always bugging you. And I've ordered my herbs. So yeah, I've been into my health and fitness.
Yeah, there you go. Just stay right there. Just stay right there so that when he come, you coming out of that thing, you ready, you healthy, you fit. You know, because right here you're gonna be what I think 52. So around 52. So that means you might start. You got to look at it. You might start meeting him in this time. He might be in the health and fitness. And this, see, you got to look at what I'm. If you just focus here, and I just told you that the next thing coming is him, where you gonna find him at? You should see this connection.
Okay.
You might find them in you, in your health and fitness. He be in that health and fitness, and then that's how you meet your beau. And then next thing you know, you're all into your love and your life, because Libra, that lasts 10 years. So if you meet him in Libra 9 times out of 10, that's the person. So I would say wait 4 years. But if you meet him in Libra 9 times out of 10, that's the person for you.
Okay, and restriction and boundaries is another thing I've been working on. That's been coming up a lot with me.
That's very big for you right now. Restriction and boundaries is very big. And then when you get into your Libra, when you get your man, remember that that's peace. Libra's going to teach you peace. So be his peace. He need to be your peace. Okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, peace. Shamika, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on with you? How you doing? You guys keep tapping out, keep talking, keep tapping out, keep talking. You got to get us up to 100K. If you keep tapping out, keep talking, let's get us up to 100K. All right?
Birthday February 2nd, 1977. And I've been having pains on my right leg, hip.
All right, let's see what you got.
Right side.
You said the birthday was what now?
February 2nd.
I can't really hear. I heard February.
February 2nd.
Uh-huh.
19.
Going out. I hear February the 2nd, 19 what?
1977.
77?
77.
Yeah, 2777, right?
Yes.
Yeah, February the 2nd,
Yes.
1977. Okay. Somebody said February the 2nd, so 2277. I think Auntie Rhonda's got it. 2277. Okay, boom. So now 2 and 2 is 4. All right. 1977 is eventually going to be 17 plus 7, which is 24. That's 6. 6 and 2 is going to be, 6 and 4. I'm sorry, it's going to be 10. So that's a model number 1. Okay. Model number 1. All right. And then your sun sign. So from a 121 to 221 is normally going to be an Aquarius. So that's an air sign. Every Aquarius alter ego is a Leo. That's your fire. That 1 also stands for the earth. Okay. So you have a yin deficiency. That yin deficiency is because of nutrition. And this is going to be on the lower left. That's the tendency, okay? So now when you have this earth deficiency, you need to eat right. Basically, this is telling you to eat right. Otherwise, those are always going to be nagging you, okay? And then because it is the earth element here, we can understand about the dancing, okay? And then I would dare to say a little bit more humming and singing too. But looking at where you are right here, this is going to be an Aquarius. 121 to 221, you did 2, so you did about 8, let's say 19 days. So 20 days is going to be 6 years, right? So 6, 16, 26, 36, 46. And how old are you? 48?
48, yeah.
So for the last 2 years, you've been dealing with some home and family affairs. Something going on between you and your mama or you and your children. And it's been going on for the last 2 years. Okay. So that's kind of where you at right now, right? So the point of the matter is that the life lesson that that's trying to show you between your family members is trying to show you that you need to keep things together, Shamika. Okay, that life lesson is for you to keep it together, right? You need to figure out a way to patch things up and keep family together. That's literally what Cancer is trying to teach you. Okay. Now here's the thing.
Wow.
You just got into it for 2 years. So I'm telling you these last 10 years. So you got 8 more years of trying to figure this the way out. But the thing is that yes, that's where you are. If you've been dealing with anything health-wise, as far as in these last 2 years, I would say watch your skin. Okay. Things going on with your skin. Again, this is Earth. So we do understand too, you have a propensity to have some issues going on with your bones, your blood pressure, your kidneys, energy levels. So you want to watch out for any kind of stress and anxiety. You also want to watch out for attachment issues, self-control, and grief and depression. All of those could block you up, lock you up. And that's why we are teaching people how to do these things so that we can provide that the medicine that life needs. We need some medicine for life. Okay? Any questions?
Okay, so what is it that I need to do to fix these things?
Well, yeah, you just need to get your owner's manual. You need to get your owner's manual and then let us tell you everything. Because this, you get herbs that come with this, you got foods that come with this. You got this stuff going to tell you about what to do in nature with these things, how long to dance, how much water to drink, how much sunlight to, it'll tell you all that in your owner's manual. So that's why it's more beneficial to do that. I can't do all of that on the lives.
How do I get the owner's manual?
You DM us, you DM me, and we'll get you the information. It's only $50, man. A little funky measly $50, and you'll never have to need a doctor again. You'll never need a pastor again. You'll never need a therapist again because you'll have what you need to do all that stuff for yourself. You put your own health in your own hands, all right? And so for $50, you can't beat that and then get all the stuff that you need. Now, when you go shopping, you know what foods you need, you know what herbs you need to do, you know what things you need to do. And then somebody's giving this all to you based on your own birthday. And it ain't like I wrote a book and said everybody need to do the same thing. It's only based on you. Somebody else's on this manual going to be different from yours. Okay.
Thank you so
All right. Peace. Yes, sir. Any other questions, you guys? A little funky 50, a little nifty 50. That's all. A little nifty 50. Little nifty 50. All right. So you guys need to understand that that's what you're getting in your owner's manual and a whole lot more, you guys. But again, being able to understand what's going on from a yin and yang situation, understanding things happening in the lower quadrant, the higher quadrants, all this type of stuff is all the information that you're getting in there. So when you're reading that stuff, I know people like, I don't understand and I'm confused and I'm this and I'm that. And really, all you really got to focus on is where the remedy at. No, shit, I mean, you bought it for the remedy, right? So that's the real thing. Go on down there, search, get your herbs, get your foods, and get those lifestyle things that you need to do and mix them in with nature-based interventions. And I promise you, man, that's all you really need right there to be well on your way to balance again. Bright, what we got going on? Welcome.
Good day.
Hey, what's going on, Chief?
My numbers or birthday is 3/5/1981.
You said 3/5/81?
Yep.
All right, 3/5/81. 3 and 5 is 8. 1981 is eventually going to be 18 plus 1, which is 19. That means it's going to be 9 plus 1, which is 10. 0 plus 1, which is 1, right? So you got the 1 and you got the 8. That's going to make you a model number 9, okay? So then we're going to do 221 to 321, and that's going to make you a what? Pisces, right? So then I'm going to put you here.
Yep.
That's a water sign. Every Pisces alter ego is going to be a Virgo. That 9 is going to represent the fire element. Okay, so you have a tendency of being yang excessive as well. Okay, so yang excessive is going to be the fire. Also, yang excessive is going to represent the lower right side of your body. Okay, also the fire element here is going, that 9 is going to represent some attachment issues that can hold you back. These attachment issues can start to wreak havoc on your nervous system, your circulatory system, and also your muscular system if not handled properly. These are just tendencies, my brother. So we're just writing down tendencies, okay? So again, this fire let me know that you're very intelligent. Earth lets me know that you're very consumptive, right? That's a good thing and a bad thing.
Jill.
And then also emotional.
We're
right?
coming. I'm fixing your toes.
Please mute. Levi, mute. Okay, so at the end of the day, the biggest thing that you need to worry about here is laughing a little bit more and then touch, right? Bonding a little bit more, man. Find you somewhere to bond, man. A little cuddling, a little hugging. I mean, my brothers and stuff, you know, we missing out on this, but we need it because it's producing the healing, bro. Okay, so a little bit more laughing, a little bit more touching. Let me get you situated real quick. So 221 to 321. Let's say you did 16 days. 16 days is going to give you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. All right. So 5 years of Pisces, 15, 25, 35, 45. How old are you?
44.
Okay. So you got one more year left. You did 9 years of Cancer. For the last 9 dealing with stuff too with the mama and them children and stuff like that too. You got one more year left, bro. You've been dealing with home and family affairs. 1 year left, and that's over with. Okay, and then you move on into the next lesson, which will be your Leo. Now, when you get into your Leo, though, you should see a lot of turnaround, okay? Because your Leo season for you is going to be a very good thing for you, bro. It's going to be when you're at your best. I mean, you're going to be I think you're gonna make the most money you've ever made in Leo. I think that you're gonna be at your vibe when you talk about your skill set, what you know, your professionalism is gonna shine bright in these next 10 years. So gear up, get ready, because Leo, man, the sun is gonna be shining on you, bro. Okay.
Dope. Got me smiling over here. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. The only thing you gotta worry about is this over here. Just worry about this over here. Don't let this stop nothing. All right. All right.
Sounds
peace.
Good.
Yes, sir. Peace, man. Peace. All right. Who else we got next on here? The I can't really see y'all name.
Sanctuary.
Okay, the Sanctuary. What's happening? Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Well, my birthday is 9/27/63.
9/27/63.
Yep.
All right, 9/27/63. So I like them old school Chevy. So 9/21 to 10/21 is gonna make you a Libra. Okay, so that's an air sign. Every Libra is a Aries. That's your fire. Your model number is 9 plus 27, so that's 36. 3 and 6 is 9. So we got to remember the number 9. 1963 is eventually going to be 16 plus 3, which is 19. So 9 and 1 is going to be 10s. 1 and 0 is 1. So now you got that 1 over there. And then what was the number here?
9.
Right. So 9 and 1 is 10. So then now you're model number 1 or life path number 1. That 1 represents the earth. Okay. So you're air, fire, earth. So you have the yin deficiency. Okay. So yours is going to be more prone to, again, nutrition. Okay. So with a yin deficiency, you got to always be focused on your nutrition. Okay. Also, this is going to be on the lower left side of the body. Watch out for that. Also, because this is the number 1, your biggest one is going to be stress and anxiety or worry. Okay. That earth element can have you privy to a lot of skeletal issues like arthritis, bone issues, spinal issues, okay, blood pressure issues, kidney issues, adrenal issues, energy issues. I mean, it just goes on and on and on when we're talking about the earth element, right? So these are all the things that you're privy to. So you want to be careful with those things. Now, because this is going to be the earth, then now we know you need to do a little bit more dancing, Mom. And you also need to come on in with that humming. Now, I know you know how to hum. So you need to come on more humming and more dancing. I would advise you to do both of them together. Okay? More humming, more dancing. I showed y'all how to do it. It's just left to right. You ain't trying to do nothing egregious. It's just boom, putting them hands up and just you know what to hum about. You know where to go. You know where to go to when you hum. I ain't got to tell you about that, but do that a little bit more. And when you do that, that's going to produce things in you that's going to help you out with your blood pressure. It's going to help you out with the stress and the anxiety, and ultimately it's going to help you out with healing yourself, and you take less medications or anything like that if that's what you're doing.
Right. I don't take any medications, but I do have lupus. I got diagnosed like 23 years ago. Okay. I don't take any medications, and I really do focus a lot on my nutrition and herbs and swimming. I swim every day, and that kind of stuff. So,
now with the lupus, you said with the lupus, you got it how long ago?
I got diagnosed 23 years ago.
When did you start having the issues? Was it the same time? You went into the doctor as soon as you?
Yep, okay. I started having arthritis. I couldn't move. I couldn't braid my daughter's hair. I couldn't do anything. Like, all my joints were swollen. And so I went to the emergency room. They told me I had lupus. And I was like, no, because nobody in my family got lupus. But, so then my dad had told me, you should read up on Dr. Sabi. And, so I started researching and everything. And I think, keeping my body alkalized has really helped me a whole lot in identifying different herbs for different times. Has helped me a little bit.
All right, let me see something real quick. 7 years and 4 months, 17 years and 4 months, 27 years and 4 months, 37 years and 4 months, 47 years, 4 months, 57 years and 4 months, 67 years and 4 months. You're how old?
I'm 62.
So 57 years and 4 months, and you're 62. You've been in Aries for about 5 years. Okay. So being in Aries for about 5 years is just about, I would say, roughly around the amount of time. So the 5 years of Aries is about self-improvement, self-identity, self-awareness. I think for the last 5 or so years, that's kind of what you've been really honing in on. And that's a good thing. You're in the spring of your life. So you're growing and developing that new sense of self. The next thing you're going to here at 60, 67 is going to be, so that's 5 years from now. The next thing you're going to start going into is growing and developing more personal possessions. So I know it may be some things you got your hands on, the eyes on. You still going to be able to get your hands and eyes on. Okay, so it just
that's what I'm working on.
There you go. So you keep working on yourself, because self, however you end up after Aries, is going to prepare you for what you're looking for out of Taurus, which is, as long as you get yourself developed, then you can increase the personal possessions. So when you increase your personal understanding of self, and then you increase your personal possessions of self, if that makes sense. So you got 5 more years. Now we just put you up on game. So you should be able to get the best out of yourself in these next 5 years. That will eventually allow you to be able to get into that Taurus. Now, here what I wanted to show you was this. So you got 7 years and 4 months, 17 years and 4 months, 27 years and 4 months, 37, 47. So here, 7 years and 4 months, 17 years and 4 months, right? And so 17 years and 4 months plus 5 will be what? 22. Okay. So we got a time span from 22 to 32 that we call the storm, right? The storm time. Then you got one from 52 to 62, which is the one you just not getting out of.
Yep.
You see that?
Yep.
That's the one you just not getting out of. So the good thing about it is you just not getting out of it. Okay? So you out of that, you good to go. 23 years ago when you got the diagnosis, did you experience some kind of loss in your life? As a parent, a spouse, a relationship? What happened?
Yep, I was unhappy in my marriage and I divorced my husband.
That's what caused you the lupus, and that's still been dealing with you. You still holding on to it. Lupus ain't got you. You holding on to lupus. Now I don't know if y'all had kids out of that. I don't know if y'all still talk on Facebook, every now and then, because you make a good family out of it. But that ain't sitting well with you still, sis.
Right. I'm looking to be like you. I'm trying to be an expat, so I've been these last 5 years, and I'm continuing to look at different places that I want to be, different places that I think I might want to live. And I think you're right about that relationship. I mean, I went through the motions and stuff, but I think that I'm just now getting to a space where I realize that you can't be friends with everybody, no matter, how you try. You don't have to hate somebody because you divorce them, but that's how he thinks. So I just let it go. And I just focus on my kids and my grandkids. And
because it bothers you.
That's what I'm...
it bothers you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
It bothers you. So, but the thing about it is, though, is what I'm saying is, though, and this is no pun intended, but some folk, really can kill you without trying to, right? So that joke will really make you sick. So
that's why I had to bounce.
but look, he's still making you sick.
If you force me to choose between loving me and loving you, you're gonna lose every time.
And he's still making you sick, though. So we got to fix that. And what I'm saying is the way that you fix it, right? Because you look at lupus, it's the air element, right? So the air element is here. Again, we talked to you about the singing and the humming, right? So so that's where that grief and depression. But also the grief and depression is coming from the oxytocin of the love loss. Oxytocin is the love, the bonding. So we want you to get that back. You might not got it. You don't got to necessarily get it through that situation, but we still need for you to create the bonding. We still need for you to be able to find your belonging, find your community, find your tribe, so that you don't have to be fixated on old stuff because you're too busy worried about the new. Okay. All right, baby.
Thanks.
All right, peace.
Blessings.
All right, peace. Who we got next here? Levi? You're next on The Price is Right. All right, man. We're gonna drop Levi. We're gonna keep it going, you guys. So now the bottom line is, I just finna say, unmute your mic.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I got you. What's your birthday?
June 8th, 1960.
All right, June 8th, 6/8/60. All right, so 6 and 8 is going to be 14. 1 and 4 is going to be 5. All right, so let's remember the number 5. 1960 is eventually going to be 16. So it's going to be 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 5 is going to be 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So you're model number 3. Okay. Now, 521 to 621 is a Gemini. So you're an air sign. Every air sign, every Gemini alter ego is a Sag. So that's your fire. That number 3 also is a fire. So you have yang excessiveness. Okay. Yang excessiveness. That means a lot of masculine energy going on over there. Okay. So when I say yang excessiveness, let me give you a picture of what that means. Real easy, real simple. If I had a classroom full of people and I told somebody to get up and teach, or somebody that just want to sit there and learn, you're gonna get your ass up and try to teach the class. So that's yang excessiveness, right? So that's having that masculine energy to be assertive and to be able to be a leader and stuff like that, and just have that drive to want to do stuff. So that's what that yang excessiveness means. Now, at the end of the day, this also means too much fire. Okay? Too much fire. Now, this fire also is going to let me know that the biggest thing about you is self-control. Okay? Self-control issues. If you don't control them, they're going to mess with your digestive system. Okay? They're also going to mess with your blood sugar. Okay? And they also can mess with your nervous system. All right? Yang excessiveness also is going to be the lower right side of the body. Okay? So from the hip down on your lower right side, be careful with that. Now, because it's air and fire, we already see here is the singing, the humming, the dancing, the laughing. Right? I mean, the singing, the humming, the laughing. So you need to do a little bit more laughing because of this. And then also you need to do a little bit more bonding, community, hugging, touching, crying together, laughing together, things like that, like more bonding things you're going to be able to do. And that's going to help you lower some of this stuff you got going on over here if you're dealing with nervous system, digestive, blood sugar, etc., etc. Now, where you are in life, you are Gemini. Okay, so 621, let's say you did 13 days. So that's 3, that's 1, that's 4 years, right? So 4 years here, you're 65. So 4 years, 14, 24, 34, 44, 54, 64. So you are 1 year into Capricorn. So you in your little retirement phase, you in your little, I'm chilling, I'm trying to run these little retirement years out and see what I'm going to do. You're trying to fix up your future, your long-term planning. You're also very big on how you view yourself, your image, your public image, very big and very intelligent. I can say that you're a very intelligent person as well. Also, you can, you need to understand that this part of your life, though, is about getting your future situated. But the life lesson is that you may have to break things or shake things up in order to get your plan the way it needs to be. And you can't be afraid of that, because that is the very thing that you might need to do. Okay, lot.
Okay, I do have. I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
See, I had a spinal cord injury some years ago.
Okay.
It is affecting my lumbar right now a lot, and I've been trying to deal with that as well. I'm on an herbal regimen, but I'm trying to think of some, trying to feel what else can I do.
You're on an herbal regimen?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, for the pain. So this is constant pain because of the lumbar. It is constant pain. It's been years. It's gotten better, but I want to be pain free.
Yeah, but can you move?
I have my mobility, which is something they said I wasn't going to have. So, whose report will you believe? Because according to them, I'm not supposed to be doing much of what I'm doing.
Okay. So
I figured out a lot of things for myself.
So right here, I mean, if you can dance a little bit, that'll be fine. It's just a little moving left to right. So this is all we're doing. We're saying dancing, but this is all you're doing. Left, right, and then you do it to the 90 beats per minute, and that's going to kind of help you move a little bit. And if you move a little bit, you'll start seeing the pain go away. If you're laying around all the time, you're going to be in the pain all the time. So you got to be moving, and you don't have to do egregious movement. Very subtle movement like this here, barefooted on your floor. If you got wood floor, go outside. It's even better to be barefooted outside and do this. And you just swing left to right, left to right, right?
Yeah, I ground every day. Yeah, I ground every day.
You run?
I ground.
Oh, yeah, ground. Well, ground with the dancing. Okay, ground with the moving and the swaying back and forth, left and right. Okay, try to do that a little bit more, because the thing about it is that if you're looking for if you're trying to just look for painkillers, then you're always going to be on something. Okay, so herbs and medication. So you got to look to be able to kind of help. How do I alleviate this wholeheartedly? Now, did they take something out of you during the surgery? Levi.
Surgery, yes, I had surgery in 2018.
Right, so they took something out or fixed something or did something to you?
What they did, they infused the upper words. They infused C3, 4, 5, and 6, which gave me my mobility back, the use of my arms, because I didn't even have that after the injury. Yeah. It was a work injury, so it was a whole process, fighting with workers' comp and insurance companies, which made the situation worse and elongated it. So at the end of it, when they wanted to do the lumbar, I declined the lumbar because it wasn't 100% the effects of it or the after effects. And when the doctors told me that, they just told me to take the mobility that I did end up coming back with, which was better than it was before. So that's where I'm at. And I didn't want to do the lumbar surgery.
Yeah, so I guess my biggest thing to you is this, okay? When y'all start having surgeries, right? This for everybody out there. When you start having surgeries, and some surgeries, you just going to have it. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But you always going to have an uphill battle because you're not in your natural way. So therefore, whatever they did and going in there creating, because anytime they cut you open, you automatically got to have scar tissue. That scar tissue is automatically going to build up around that wound, okay, which is going to create basically obstructions. It's going to make it already difficult to move and already achy and painy because of the scar tissue that's created due to just sheer cutting you up, and they ain't even fixed the problem yet. So we're already going to have a problem with scar tissue. Then whatever they did is not normal. Remember, it's inorganic. So my point to you is that you're always going to have to do something because you require surgery, and that means that you're not in your organic original format. So that means you'll always need some outside source helping you. So some of this stuff that I'm teaching, it may not be all that's going to be required for you because this rate you've been altered a little bit. We're trying to get folks before they get the altered. Okay, but when you
correct, I understand that. Because I didn't want the surgery, but other than that, I would have.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to make a point to everybody. When you get altered, right, and you coming over to organics, you coming over to natural things. Natural don't know nothing about how to deal with altered. It only knows how to deal with the body. So let's say if you would have came to us before for the issue, instead of going down to that. Now, some things you do got to have surgery, but what I'm trying to promote is come to me first, not last. I don't give a damn what it is. So see if we can do it. Can you put the leg back together, HerbMan? No, we can't. Now, y'all don't need to go down enough for that. Then go down enough for it. But at least you came to me first for it. So that we can stop in some of these surgeries and these organs and all this stuff, because some of that stuff can grow back on its own, and it just may take you doing some things. But that's when we can take over then, and then we can be able to duck and dodge you from having these surgeries, bring the body back into homeostasis in its most organic, most natural way, okay? Yeah, so that's the big thing, right? Yeah, so that's the big thing right there, you guys. When you start getting them folk into your body and you come over here, that's causing some unnatural stuff to go on. And that unnatural stuff to go on is sometimes too potent, or can outweigh the natural. It really can. It can definitely outweigh the natural. So you guys want to be careful. Let us be your first line of defense. Get your owner's manual. If you guys are interested in your owner's manual, DM us. We'll get you that information that you need, man. I love you guys, man. It's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Please go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan. And until next time, love HerbMan, man. We appreciate all of you guys. Almost 100,000. I think we got about 95. I appreciate it. If you guys need anything, man, please don't hesitate to call. Let us be your health advocate. We have a membership for $3.99 a month, right? You can't get no cheaper than a $4 membership in order for somebody to be in your corner in your time of need, man. Again, we love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Be back on same time tomorrow, same back time, same back channel. Peace. Woo-say! Yes, sir. Let's get them. We appreciate 100K, you guys. Appreciate you.